Brainiacs, the game show where knowledge meets competition and only the sharpest mind will survive. In this show, our contestants must showcase their knowledge across various subjects from the C-Sec syllabus to modern pop culture. Their goal? To become the ultimate Brainiac and seize the chance to win up to $300,000. As you know by now, the competition will consist of 3 rounds. Rounds 1 and 2 will each have 6 categories with 5 questions in each category. Round 3 will have 1 category and 1 final question, giving us a total of 61 questions. Each question will be worth a specific number of points. These points are equivalent to Guyanese dollars. The contestant that emerges victorious at the end of these 3 rounds will advance to the next episode, where they will have to face off against 2 new challengers for a chance to gain even more points on their journey of securing the grand prize. It's important to note that our contestants dictate just how much money they walk away with in the end. Our contestants in this episode are contestant number 1, Najeeb Mohammed. He is our episode 4 returning champion who has accumulated a total of 14,700 points. Will he be able to outsmart his competitors and score his 3rd win, or will one of our new contestants take his spot? Next up, we have contestant number 2, Sarah Hari, an aspiring cardiothoracic surgeon, and she attends the St. Stanislaus College. Followed by contestant number 3, Aditya Persaud, an aspiring oncologist. Let's see which of these contestants will emerge the winner of this episode. Contestants, welcome.
Let's take a look at the rules of the show. The host will select the first category and question. Contestants have 10 seconds after the question has been read to hit their buzzer. The first contestant that hits their buzzer has 3 seconds to answer the question correctly. If answered correctly, the contestant can select the next category and question. If answered incorrectly, contestants will lose the point value for the question and other contestants will have the chance to answer. The contestant who answers the question correctly will select the next category. In the 3rd and final round of the competition, contestants can wager a number of points before the final question is read. After wagering, the final question will be read, and contestants will have 20 seconds to answer it. After the 20-second timer has rung, contestants must put down their pens and the answer will be revealed. The contestants who answer correctly will be awarded the number of points wagered, while contestants who answered incorrectly will have the points wagered deducted from their score. The contestant with the highest score will be declared the winner and advance to the next episode. If there is a tie, one final question will be presented. Contestants will have 3 seconds to answer. The first contestant to hit their buzzer will be given a chance to answer the question. If answered correctly, that contestant will be declared the winner. However, if answered incorrectly, the opponent has the opportunity to answer the question and steal the points to become the winner. Get ready to put your knowledge to the test.
Here are our categories. First up, CARICOM. This category revolves around the structure, origins, objectives, and functions of the CARICOM organization. Next up, we have food chains. In this category, it's all about who eats whom and how the ecosystem functions. Followed by measurement. This category focuses on the different aspects of measurement. After that, we'll take a look at crops. Each clue in this category pertains to various aspects of agricultural processes, techniques, and challenges faced in crop production. Our 5th category is fishing. In this category, each clue describes a different method or technique used in fishing. And our final category for the first round is flowering. This category focuses on flowering plants' anatomy and their reproduction parts. Keep in mind that each right answer brings you 1 step closer to winning the grand prize. Best of luck to you, our contestants. Let's begin the first round of competition with fishing for 100. This method uses cages or baskets to lure and capture fish or crustaceans like crabs and lobsters. All right, time's up. The answer we're looking for is pots and traps fishing methods. All right, let's go again with measurement for 100. This metric unit, abbreviated as cm, is often used to measure the length of an object. Najeeb.
Centimeter.
That is correct.
Measurement for 200.
In trigonometry, this unit is used to measure angles. Najeeb.
Degrees.
That is correct.
Measurement for 300.
To measure the distance around a circle, you'll need pi to find this. Aditya.
The diameter.
I'm sorry, that's not the answer we're going for. Sarah.
The area.
I'm sorry, that's not the answer either. Najeeb, would you like to give it a try?
The circumference.
That is correct.
Measurement for 400, please.
This instrument is commonly used to measure angles in geometry. Aditya.
What's called the protractor.
That is correct.
Measurement for 500.
This unit of measurement is used to quantify the amount of space an object occupies. Najeeb.
Volume.
That's correct.
Fishing for 200.
This modern method involves breeding and raising fish in controlled environments, often to meet high market demand and reduce overfishing. Time's up. The answer is fish farming.
Fishing for 300, please.
This method sets out a long main line with baited hooks attached at intervals, targeting species like tuna and swordfish. Time's up. The answer is long lining.
Fishing for 400.
In this technique, a large wall of netting encircles a school of fish, then tightens like a drawstring purse to capture them. Time's up. The answer we're looking for is purse seining.
Fishing for 500.
This method uses large nets dragged along the seafloor to capture large quantities of fish, but it can be destructive to marine habitats. Time's up. The answer would be trawling.
Food chains for 500.
These organisms occupy a crucial role in the food chain by breaking down dead organisms and returning nutrients to the soil. Najeeb.
The decomposers.
That is correct.
CARICOM for 500, please.
The something is the principal administrative organ of the Caribbean community and has a mandate to provide a wide range of services to promote and deepen regional integration of the community. Time's up. The answer would be the CARICOM Secretariat.
Flowering for 500.
These structures in flowers protect the developing bud and later support the petals when in bloom. Sarah.
Would it be the sepals?
That is correct.
CARICOM 300.
CARICOM was the end result of this association, which came into effect on May 1, 1968. Time's up. The answer would be the Caribbean Free Trade Association, or CARIFTA.
CARICOM 400.
CARICOM aims to achieve a common market with the free movement of these four factors. Time's up. The answer would be goods, labor, capital, and services.
Food chains 400.
This term describes the interconnected food chains within an ecosystem. Najeeb.
Food webs.
That is correct.
Flowering for 400.
The part of the flower responsible for producing pollen necessary for fertilization. Sarah.
Would this be the answer?
That is correct.
Food chains 300.
Organisms at this level of the food chain obtain energy by consuming other organisms. Najeeb.
Secondary consumers.
That's correct.
Flowering for 300.
Agents including wind, water, and animals that assist in the transfer of pollen from one flower to another. Sarah?
Pollinators.
That is correct.
CARICOM 200.
CARIFTA provides something linkage among the countries in the Caribbean. Time's up. That answer would be economic. They provide economic linkage. All right? Go ahead and select again.
Food chains 200.
The arrows in a food chain represent the flow of this essential ingredient for life. Najeeb,
The flow of energy.
that's correct.
Flowering for 200.
This type of pollination involves pollen transfer between flowers of different plants of the same species and promotes genetic diversity. Sarah,
Cross-pollination.
that is correct.
Crops 300.
This method of irrigation delivers water directly to the roots of plants through a network of tubes or pipes. Time's up. The answer would be drip irrigation.
Food chains 100.
A lion hunting a zebra is an example of this type of interaction in a food chain. Najeeb,
Predator-prey relationship.
I'm sorry, that's not the answer we're going for. Would Sarah or Aditya like to answer the question? So the answer would be predation.
CARICOM 100.
The principal organ of the common market is this entity, which consists of a minister of government designated by each member state. Time's up. The answer would be the Common Market Council.
Crops 400.
A lack of this nutrient can cause a physiological disease called blossom end rot to occur in tomatoes. Time's up. That answer would be calcium, a lack of calcium.
Crops 500.
This agricultural practice involves planting different crops in close proximity during the same growing season. Aditya,
Mixed farming.
I'm sorry, Aditya, that is not correct. Would Sarah or Najeeb like to give it a try? No? All right. The answer would be intercropping.
Crops for 200.
These tiny organisms in the soil play a vital role in nutrient cycling and plant health. Aditya,
Microorganisms, but more specifically earthworms.
that would be correct.
Crops for 100.
These unwanted plants compete with crops for water, nutrients, and sunlight. Aditya,
These would be called pests or weeds.
that's correct. And our final question in this round of the competition. After fertilization, this part of the flower develops into the fruit. Sarah,
Would this be the ovary?
that is correct. And with that, we've come to the end of our first round of competition. Let's take a look at our scores. In the lead, we have Najeeb Mohammed with 2,400 points. And coming in second place, Sarah Hari with 1,200 points. And in third place, Aditya Persaud with -100. Will Aditya make a comeback in this second round of the competition? Let's find out. Welcome back to round number 2. Now our contestants have warmed up and they've tested their buzzers, and just when they think they've gotten the hang of it, it's time to crank up the challenge and see those brilliant minds shine. But before we move on, let's check in with our contestants to see how they're doing. Let's start with you, Aditya. How are you feeling? You just wrapped up the first round of the competition.
Very tense.
You're feeling very tense. Why? Why tense?
Because most of the questions I knew the answer to, but just not confident enough to answer.
All right, well, here we're hoping that you'll be even more confident in round 2 to answer these questions, all right? Because the stakes are now higher. What about you, Sarah? How are you feeling?
Feeling a bit nervous.
You're feeling a bit nervous. So I know that you are a plant lady. I don't want to say lady because plant lady gives me the vibe of an old person. But you are into plants.
Yes.
When did this start? When did this love for plants start for you?
Guess coming into Saints, we have like a shade house, right? And normally we get to plant crops and what's not. And then we were supposed to water them, and like some persons didn't. They killed all the plants, right? But then I was there and I was tendering to the plant. So, and then I got this grafted lemon and orange, and that's where it all started.
Yeah, so you have a green thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So when you saw our two categories, crops and flowering, were you excited for those?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. But then we read it, and then
You weren't excited anymore. I understand. What about you, Najeeb? How are you feeling?
Nervous still.
You're nervous. But this is like what, your third, fourth time now. Are you still nervous?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see what happens in this second round of the competition. Best of luck to you all. So as you know, in this round of the competition, the points will be doubled to give you the extra push you need to get one step closer to grabbing the grand cash prize. Now, what this also means for you is if you buzz in and you answer incorrectly or you fail to provide an answer, the points deducted will also be doubled. All right? Let's find out what our categories are in this round of the competition. First up, we have geography. In this category, the clues describe various natural processes and phenomena that shape the Earth's surface over time. Next up, we have Computer 101. This category covers topics essential for understanding how computers operate, their components, and their usage in everyday life. After that, it's 1, 2, 3, PE. This category focuses on topics related to physical fitness, exercise, motor skills, and muscle physiology. After that, it's a body-oddy. Each clue corresponds to different aspects of the human body and its functions. Our fifth category is food value. Each clue provides information about a specific mineral, its importance in health, and common food sources where it can be found. And finally, we'll take a look at the economy. Each clue relates to a fundamental concept or aspect within the field of economics, which is the study of how societies allocate scarce resources to satisfy unlimited wants. Get ready to think fast, answer accurately, and rack up those points. Let's pick up our buzzers and head straight in through our first category and question. We're going to give Aditya a chance to select the first category and question.
Geography for 200.
This gradual process alters the Earth's surface, wearing down rocks and reshaping landscapes through natural forces such as rain and wind. Najeeb,
Weathering.
that is correct.
1,000, 1, 2, 3 PE.
This movement involves moving a body part away from the midline of the body. Time's up. The correct answer would be abduction.
Body-oddy for 200.
This greenish-yellow fluid is responsible for the breaking down of fats during digestion. Sarah,
would this be bile?
that would be correct.
1, 2, 3 PE for 400.
A motor skill performed in an unpredictable or changing environment where athletes must adapt to external variables. Time's up. The answer we're looking for is open skill.
1, 2, 3 PE 600.
Before diving into the main workout, this essential component increases blood flow to your muscles, gradually elevates your heart rate, and improves the flexibility of your joints. Najeeb,
Stretching.
I'm sorry, that's not the answer we're going for. Aditya,
I guess you would call that a warm-up.
that is correct. That's a correct guess. Go ahead and select.
Food value for 1,000.
This mineral, often added to drinking water, helps prevent tooth decay and is found in seafood and tea. Sarah,
Would this be fluoride?
that would be correct.
Food value 800.
Known for its role in nerve function and muscle contraction, this mineral can be found in bananas, potatoes, and leafy greens. Najeeb,
Potassium.
that is correct.
Geography 400.
In this geological phenomenon, two tectonic plates converge, leading to the submersion of the less denser plate beneath the other, causing seismic activity and mountain formation. Time's up. The answer would be subduction.
Geography 600, please.
When gravity causes rocks and soil to move downslope under the influence of gravity, this process occurs. Aditya,
It's called a landslide.
That is correct.
Computer 101 for 200.
This refers to a global network of interconnected computers that uses the Internet Protocol suite to communicate freely and share and exchange information. Aditya.
Which will be known as the World Wide Web.
That is correct. Also known as the Internet too.
Computer 101 for 400.
A set of instructions, programs, or data that directs a computer or other devices on how to perform specific tasks or functions. Najeeb.
Software.
That is correct.
Economy for 200.
The amount of money required to cover basic needs such as food, housing, transport, medical, and education. Sarah.
Would it be the revenue?
I'm sorry, that's not the answer we're going for. Would Najeeb or did you like to give it a try? The answer is cost of living.
Economy for 400, please.
In modern society, this functions as the acceptable medium of exchange for things such as labor, goods, and services. Najeeb.
Money.
That's correct.
Economy 600.
The study of scarcity and how people use resources and respond to incentives, or the study of decision making. Time's up. That answer would be economics.
Food value 200.
Found in foods like poultry, fish, and nuts, this mineral plays a key role in bone health and energy metabolism. Sarah.
Would this be calcium?
That's incorrect. I'm sorry. Najeeb or Aditya? Aditya.
Would this be proteins?
I'm sorry, that too is incorrect. Najeeb, would you like to give it a try? No? The answer would be phosphorus or magnesium.
123 PE for 200.
This term refers to the ability to use one's knowledge effectively and readily in execution or performance. Time's up. The answer would be skill.
123 PE for 800, please.
This type of muscle contraction involves constant tension but changes in length during movement. Sarah.
Would this be antagonistic?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Najeeb or Aditya? So the answer would be isotonic striated muscle contraction.
Economy for 800, please.
This is used to promote healthy lifestyles and positive health outcomes through the study of healthcare providers, hospitals and clinics, managed care, and public health promotion activities. Time's up. The answer would be health economics.
Economy 1000.
This was created to emphasize that people and their capabilities should be a criterion for accessing the development of a country, not just economic growth. Time's up. The answer we're looking for is Human Development Index.
Geography 800.
This is a very slow but generally continuous movement of soil downslope. It is most common in damp soils where water acts as a lubricant. Najeeb.
Soil creep.
That is correct.
Geography 1000.
Rusting is a common example of this type of weathering, where ions react to oxygen with the presence of water or moisture. Sarah.
Would this be chemical?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Would Najeeb or Aditya like to give it a try? The answer is oxidation, right? Let's go ahead and select again.
Food value for 600.
Oysters are renowned for their high content of this mineral, crucial for enzyme function and wound healing. Najeeb.
Proteins.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Sarah or Aditya? The mineral would be zinc.
Food value for 400.
Vital for thyroid health, this trace mineral can be sourced from iodized salt, seafood, and seaweed. Sarah?
Would this be iodine?
That's correct.
Body 800.
The blood vessel that takes blood from the heart to the lungs. Najeeb?
The pulmonary vein.
That is correct.
Body for 400, please.
This system, consisting of bones and muscles, support the body and allows movement. Sarah,
Appendicular skeletal system.
I'm sorry, that's not the answer we're going for. Aditya,
Skeletal muscular system.
that is correct. That's the one we're going for.
Computer 101 for 600.
This type of software is essential for managing hardware resources and providing common services for computer programs. Windows and Mac OS are popular examples. Sarah,
Would this be application software?
I'm sorry, that's not the correct answer. Would Najeeb or Aditya like to give it a try? The answer would be the operating system.
Computer 101 800.
Monitors, printers, speakers, and projectors are all examples of this type of device. Sarah,
Would this be output devices?
that is correct.
Body 1000.
The trachea is lined with hair-like structures called this. Najeeb,
Cilia.
that is correct.
Body for 600.
These are the tiny structures in the lungs where gas exchange occurs. Aditya,
These would be called alveoli.
that's correct. And now our final question in this round of the competition. To keep your computer from getting sluggish over time, you may regularly clear this, which stores temporary files. Sarah,
Would this be RAM?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Would Najeeb or Aditya like to give it a try? The correct answer would be the cache. And that brings us to the end of round number 2. Let's take a look at our scoreboard. In the lead, we have Najeeb Mohammed with 5,600 points. Coming in second place, Aditya Persaud with 2,100 points. And coming in third place with minus 600 points, we have Sarah Hari. Let's see what the third round has to offer after this. We are now in the third and final round of the competition, which consists of one category and one question. In this round, contestants can wager all or none of their points. Ultimately, the contestant with the highest point will be declared the winner and advance to episode 6, where they will have to defend their place in the competition and compete against 2 new contestants. Let's take a look at our final category. Our final category is population. Contestants, you may go ahead and make your wager. Once you are done, you will put down your pens and I will read the final question. Once I've read the final question, you have 20 seconds to write your answer. When the time is up, the answer will be revealed. The contestant who has accumulated the highest score will be declared the winner and advance to the next episode. Our final question is, this demographic indicator, frequently stated as the number of live births per 1,000 individuals annually, serves as a crucial metric for comprehending population growth and decline. You have 20 seconds to write your answer. All right, time's up. Put down your pens. We're going to start with Aditya. Let's see what he wagered and what he wrote. He wagered 1,500 points and his answer was birth rate. That is correct, taking your new balance to 3,600. And moving on to Najeeb, let's see what he wagered and his response. He wagered 0 points, and that leaves his score at 5,600 points. That too is correct, making him the winner of this round of competition. So congratulations, Najeeb, you've secured yet another win. Congratulations to you too, Aditya, and it was a game well played. What an exciting ending to the 5th episode of Brainiacs. Najeeb will move on to the next episode where he will have to defend his position yet again to remain in the competition. Stay tuned for more thrilling competition between our nation's children as they compete for the title of the 2024 Brainiacs champion and a chance to win up to $300,000. This is Denali saying goodbye for now and see you in the next episode.